See where you're going next for the barbecue.
I can't even see the stuff. This is Mr. Matthew Bennett.
How you doing?
He played the parts of Jazz, the Great Bustard, and he was supposed to play Zenny Efaristo.
Yeah.
But for some reason he didn't, and we'd like him to explain why.
Well, it's quite simple really. The character I felt was a little bit too complicated for the subtext involving Western Russia in the 1980s.
They think what you just said is a bit too complicated with the subtext.
No, don't be ridiculous, it's fairly straightforward. Well, I think the film was very good. I think you'll find out I was the main actor within it.
Even though Munns did play the camel.
Yeah, Robert played the camel.
The most convincing anger you've ever seen.
Well, I don't think it was fake, really. I think he's just a maniac. I think he just does everything naturally. Well, yeah, I think you'll agree that I was the best.
Could you also explain to us the bit where the Great Bustard banishes the camel to the time vortex and the raccoon-like dog rescues him? Is there any sense behind this at all?
Well, do you know the play Waiting for Godot?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay, I won't describe it using that metaphor then. The time vortex represents the loneliness of existence. Hence the squiggling about, the inane chatter in the background. Sure, Richard.
Yeah.
And
this is Richard Williams, by the way.
Hi.
He played the part of
Excuse
Jacobs,
me, I was in the middle
and King Tummy
describing the complex
We'll
subplot.
come back to you in a moment. This is Richard Williams.
Oh, I've never been so insulted.
No, there's Rump. He played the parts of Jacobs Oddball and King Tummy Sabakin.
Yeah.
Can you explain the third role here? What was his main role in the film?
What's my third role?
King Tummy Sabakin.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, where was he supposed to be from? Where does he live? What's the details
Oh,
behind
it's
it?
obvious, isn't it?
He's the Master Overlord,
And
basically.
Mr. Johansson, the mysterious character, didn't say much, he just appeared.
And why is he called Mr. Johansson? He's supposed to be an Oriental
that's his gay
Kung Fu
lover.
Lord.
He must, is it Sabakin's gay lover? I see now.
Both gay.
I worked it out now. Back to Mr. Bennett, he's getting a bit annoyed, so Mr. Bennett, back to you. So, would you like to explain to us more about the raccoon-like dog? Why did it seem so strange?
Why did what seem so strange?
The raccoon-like dog.
Well,
Was it scary? Was it animal cruelty involved in the making of
well,
this
I
film?
think it was.
Can you explain to us the
Well, the dog was in the room. We didn't know what was going on. We were shouting, squealing,
Didn't want to
playing
be.
music.
This could be a job for the Irish PTMs, but
Shouting.
you could be in serious trouble for this, you know that.
Well, it was nothing to do with me. I didn't want to do it. Did you see my picture in that thing? I wasn't even in the room.
I see your name on the cast list as I held it before me.
No, I wasn't in that bit of the film.
I saw you there with that cloth over your
That
head.
wasn't me.
You didn't do one
You can't
single
prove
thing
it
to help
to me.
that dog in its plight.
I couldn't. You were in the way. I was trying to get to it.
Absolutely.
But you would have beaten me up.
Pathetic. Back to Mr. Williams here.
It's not fair.
You-
Working with rank amateurs.
Shut up.
Can you explain the menial tasks assigned to Oddball until he was killed by Mr.
Well, he
the Camel?
was basically the slave of Camel, you
Yes.
see. He was stuck under the hard pressures of social regimes, you know.
Yes.
So, basically,
Was he a
yeah,
juxtaposition?
it's one of these things blasted through his ears.
I put it to you, Richard Williams.
Yeah.
All your characters were exactly the same as each other. Oddball, Jacobs.
That's woman.
And King Tummy Sabakin was a bit different.
I disagree with you there.
I'd say Tummy Sabakin was quite
of
different.
course.
And Oddball had a high voice.
Right, look, Oddball and Jacobs had the same job, didn't they?
Yeah, they were similar characters.
They're both butlers.
Yes.
So they're going to be the same, aren't they?
But not butlers
Excuse me,
the
boys.
same.
Enough
That's
of this
ridiculous.
mindless
It's not
banter.
generalisation.
Mr. Munns also played the Camel and Mr. Johansson. Can you explain to me the part of the Camel? Why was he so evil?
Well, it all happened,
Oh.
you see. And if you watch the
It's about
special
rejection.
interlude bit,
Here's to do with this. Fool dressed up as the woman.
Well, obviously he represents
Well,
beauty and it's all its means, you know, and they both, Jazz, the hero of the piece, and the camel, who was called Marjorie at that point, both wanted her, you know, for their own evil way. Well, not
Yes.
evil, I
I
suppose,
wanted
the
me.
wicked way.
You want
Using it in
me?
its most jovial tone. Yes, that's exactly right.
You wanted
Not,
me.
not you, Richard Williams, you as a character.
The Esmeralda, yes.
Because she was exceedingly beautiful, I have to say. I had to restrain myself when I was filming
I
her.
see.
And that's a hat. I'll sign that for anyone if anyone wants it.
This
Yep.
hat here.
That's the one.
Who wants to look at my town?
Very
Yes.
good, Matthew, yes. I then have Munns in the studio. He'd like to interview about the class part of the Camel.
Good evening, Robert. How are you? How are you this fine day?
Okay.
So what do you think about the film then?
Well, can you have a more specific question, please? I'm not prepared to answer that one.
What's the capital of Peru?
Lima.
Correct. What's the capital of Colombia?
Columbia City.
No, it's Bogota, you idiot. Right, you got on. What about you? Where are you? Fucking hell. Oh, there you are. Your ugly face, gleaming like a beacon. So, let me think. Just let me have a
What
quick
sort of
think.
questions were they? I want more questions.
I'm thinking about the questions.
But why did
Not got time.
What about the ending? Why is it so abrupt? What does that mean?
It means-
Is this open to anybody in the house?
We ran out of money.
Yes.
You ran out of
The film
money?
had to be 6 to 12 minutes in length.
Well, have you got any idea about the budgeting of the film
Well,
as
it
a whole?
wasn't though. The film was completely free. Everything to the there was no
Completely
money,
free?
no cost whatsoever. So that's why it's only 12 minutes long. You see,
12 minutes
12
long,
minutes and
you
18
say?
seconds to be exact. Well, you see, the time vortex when they killed it off him, because you couldn't really do much else with it after he'd come back to life.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and I think it was all to do with that. You see.
Oh, yes,
I
that's
must
very
agree, it must
evident.
have been- What do you think about it, Richard?
The ending of the film.
Yes.
Really, sort of, really
Bit
killed it off.
cruel.
Really. Yeah, a bit.
Bit-
Cruel. We could have done something about it, but we didn't really want to. Which was,
A bit.
we didn't have the funding to have a fake dog in, so
No.
Have you got any jokes?
no.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Why do penguins eat fishing lots as well?
Don't know why.
Because they're hooked.
They're hooked.
Well, I don't get it.
What does that mean?
Well, fishing and hooks. They've got
No,
like
what
hooks
channel
on
is
lines.
What channel is this interview from? What kind of interview do you call this? What channel are you from?
I'm from Channel 5, you can tell on my
It's
chipness.
absolutely outrageous, and I'm not
Yeah.
having it.
I don't care, I'm stealing this video camera.
He's not saying it out loud.